Yo guys, this is Floody here. Today we're gonna go over the Prot Holo build. Basically I'm gonna do some explanation of the traits and all that shit. And then we're gonna look at some gameplay. I don't have any script or idea of how I wanna talk in this video. So please don't mind me if I talk some bullshit here and there. Alright, so basically we're starting off with the Anti Power build basically, or the version that has the best chances against power builds. Alright, first off you wanna play this build into power comps, obviously, because if they have like a power ref, a power thief and maybe a warrior on the side node, then this is the build that you will have the most chances of surviving and getting the full caps with. Yeah, alright. Basically we're gonna start off with the utility skills, or the healing skill as well. Healing turret is obviously the best choice ever. It just has the most reliable condi cleanse and team support. And then we're gonna go with Elixir U. Elixir U is basically just a stun break. You don't really use this for DPS, but if you got a cleave or if you really need, I don't know, the stab for some situation, then you can surely use this. And because you have another stun break on the Slick Shoes toolbelt skill, it's on 25 seconds CD. It's basically just a very good stun break, which also gives you super speed, which can really help you out in like critical situations. Alright, yeah, Slick Shoes. They're just mostly used not offensively, but for getting decaps. If you're getting +1 by a thief or a ref, you can just put it down and basically get the damage off of you, they can't do damage if they're stunned, haha, forehead. Alright, the next skill is gonna be obviously Hardlight Arena. Basically this build, or the Prot Holo, after all, relies on the protection application from the skill. You have basically this big arena, which gives you pulsing protection. It lasts, of course, longer if you are above 50% heat. You should never really use it if you're below 50% heat. But I guess that's obvious, Yeah. You can surely use it if you're pressured or you expect some high condi burst, but alright. Yeah. Then you got the mortar. Mortar is basically a really good and consistent elite skill, but we're gonna come to the synergy with mortar kit later. Okay, so we're gonna start off with alchemy trade line. You've got the invigorating speed trait, which is really good. You need the vigor uptime from it. You're just generating a lot of endurance because you spam your number 2 skill on Holo, which gives you swiftness, and basically gives you 5 seconds of vigor every 10 seconds, which is really good for a self-sustain. So then we've got the Elixir E. This is basically an obvious choice. It's just a passive trait on 60 seconds cooldown. It just helps you if you get focused. Then you get fucking barrier and protection. It's just really good. Alright, then the last trait line. We got Iron Blooded, which obviously scales up because you have so many boons. It's actually insane. Like, just by going in and fight and shit like that, you get like, what is it? -2% incoming damage and condi damage, and you can obviously see why it's pretty good into power comps. Alright, then we've got the Invention straight line. It's basically the same for both builds that I'm gonna show you. We got Overshield, which gives you reduced cooldowns on your shield, and applies protection on every shield skill, So you can use it if you want to cleanse like big stacks of Torment, or if you're up against Fire Alley. it's just insane value. And we got mecha legs, I don't know. You can obviously go for this one as well. It's actually more self-sustain, I guess, but this can really help you out if you're permanently spammed with chill or cripple from core and necro and yeah, shit like that. It's up to you if you wanna go for this one, because you have a lot of blasts and it can go pretty well. And then you have anti-corrosion plating. Yeah, that's basically the skill that makes this whole build so broken, I would say. Because like every time you get protection, you're gonna cleanse the condition from you and from your allies. And yeah, with the highlight arena, it's just insane uptime of condition cleanses. Yeah, then we're gonna come to the holo trade line. This is basically a no-brainer. Losing conditions when you go to Forge is actually insane, like you're spamming the Forge so often. So it's pretty good. And then you've got the, basically the trade that enhances the number 3 on Holo. If you strike like multiple opponents, it's pretty insane actually. You can get some pretty good barrier up. And yeah, it has like 5 maximum targets, and per hit you gain like 700 barrier, I don't know. That's pretty good. And then the last one. This is basically a personal thing for me with the losing heat on dodge trade, because I like to control my forge a bit more. You can obviously go for this one as well, because it gives you insane mind generation when you're above 100% heat. Like Zan uses it as well on his build, but it's basically just personally better for me. It's, I guess, a learn to play issue, but I don't know. It just feels much better. Yeah. I'm gonna show you some gameplay now on how to play this. But first, give me a second. I gotta show you the amulet and shit. If you're up against like a mixed comp, basically this is the anti-power build, but you should go for paladains amulet, so you have some vitality, some toughness, so you're safe from condi bombs as well. And then you've got the resistance rune. This is basically pretty good because it gives you like a lot of minus on incoming condi duration. It gives you toughness as well, which is pretty good for this build, obviously. And then the last one, the number 6, you gain resistance for 4 seconds after activating an elite skill. And we've got the mortar kit, which has no fucking cooldown because you can just spam it all the time. And so basically if you're saving the mortar, then you can use it as a like just an emergency skill basically. If you don't have like any cleanses up or some shit, then you can just use it and gain like 4 seconds of resistance. It's pretty OP. Yeah, I guess you see why this is OP. Alright, then for the weapons we're gonna use the sword and the shield. You can go for cleansing sigil here, because you already have so much sustain and you don't really need to damage on this build. You could go for like intelligence sigil, but it's just not really worth it on this build. And then you go for energy sigil, of course, because it's just a broken fucking sigil. Alright, I guess we're gonna move on to the gameplay now. Yeah, see you there. Alright, so I wanna explain you a bit more why I prefer this trade over this one basically. If you're getting +1 by a ref or something, and then you really want to get rid of the cripple or the chill, you know, so you can actually kite, and yeah, and this obviously gives you reduced damage on you, and you gain more heat per second. Basically, if you can run from your enemy because you cleanse the chill, then you don't get damaged sometimes. So I guess you see why this trade is basically much more consistent basically. So yeah, really helps you out more in trickier situations, or you cleanse fucking weakness or shit like that, you know? It's just much better, in my opinion. You know, change my mind, please. And the reason why I like this trade more than this one is because I like to utilize my forge a bit more, you know? If you're on like high heat and you basically see that someone is trying to res down with the res glyph or the signet, you can't use the CC around here. If you dodge though and you get to like lower heat, then you can use the CC, of course, you know, and it really carries fights sometimes. If you don't have any other CC up, you know. That's pretty much why I like it. Of course it gives some heals, you know, because you lose 15% heat and it basically triggers this trade. So it's kind of a bit resustaining as well. So yeah, that's pretty much just the reason. And just another tip for playing Holo: if you're around this heat, you can still do the Corona burst and just go out of forage, and it will just go to the maximum threshold, but you don't overheat. It's just the basic trick that maybe some people don't know about. Alright guys, now we're gonna come to the real part, I guess. Today we've been scrimming the Team USA. They've been playing on EU Smurf accounts, and of course they had hyping, so maybe that excuses their losses. Haha. But yeah, and basically I've been pugging with Tramolix, and yeah, it ended up pretty well. There's some nice clips or nice situations that I'm gonna explain. Of course this is not gonna be your solo or dual queue experience in normal ranked, but I guess you can extract some of my decisions and shit like that and apply it to your normal gameplay, I don't know. Alright, so basically what I'm doing here is my team is gonna go for close, win that, and I'm just gonna contest middle. Just contesting the thief and the firebrand. Just trying to survive and wait for my friends. So then I had to give up the node basically because my team actually went for farm, which is actually pretty good. We've got a lot of node sustainers, so I can just troll around it, and then I'm gonna re-engage when my team is coming to help, you know, and then we can just easily force the decap. That's just, yeah, a pretty nice start from our side. I guess they fucked up a bit, but yeah, we had stuff and they didn't. Now I'm just gonna try to resustain Ja, I think that's his name. I don't know. I did some weird decisions, don't mind them. Yeah. Now I see that we can't really fight that. There are too many people. So I'm just gonna try to keep them in mid still, while my team is capping R and close. I don't have to go balls deep here because we got the side nodes, and I can just go back to the node because they didn't go for me to full cap. I think the ref is coming out, yeah, and I can just go to full cap then. That's just I shouldn't go balls deep then. They're fucking overheated because he knocked me while I was trying to go out of forge. Mistakes happen, boys. But yeah. Now my warrior is dying, and I see the thief and the ref coming, so I go into defensive mode. Just not trying to waste my cooldowns, and then I'm gonna try to go to non-port spot, but I failed. And yeah, basically fucking voice breaks, by the way. I'm not used to this shit. I'm just gonna try to pull them into farm. I know that the Revenant is still around, the Necro's coming, so I'm gonna instantly block when they engage, and then go to non-port. I got pretty lucky out of this situation, they could have easily killed me there. But I went to the non-port, the thief was pretty low. I tried to jump up there, but a fucking Pepega and can't jump. Lucky interrupt on the Revenant there. Sleek Shoe's behind me, so he can't follow as fast. And then I'm gonna try to cleave the down. So, it was a pretty nice play, we translated it pretty well. Now I get fucking, yeah, fucked basically. Don't worry about my cursing, like I'm not gonna make money from this video, so. Anyways. You can see how I'm resustaining, I'm using the F1 and then the leap finisher to gain some health back. But then the thief and the Revenant come and they kill me off. Yeah. Alright. I respawned and tried to get the full cap on close. So my ranger wouldn't have to struggle. We kinda regrouped on close and tried to get the kill. Because yeah, we got no presence on the other side of the map. Phalef is doing a pretty good job on decapping far, holding the Necro busy. I see my chances here on decapping mid because Naru, I don't know what he did, like, I don't know. Weird decisions, bro. Weird champ. But yeah. I actually tried to help Phalef here, but yeah, he ran away. I put the Slick Shoes down so maybe my team could jump them, but they were not there. I'm just kiting around now. Exciting. Then I'm just, once again, my team is on both side nodes again. And I'm just gonna keep the Firebrand busy, so he can't be as active in the team fights. It's actually a pretty good duel for me. Like, versus normal Firebrands, I would easily win and get the full cap. But Naru was pretty fucking good on Simple Brand. I'm just spamming. And there the thief comes now, and I die because I didn't pull out enough, and Naru got a pretty good CC on me. Now I'm gonna respawn. And I see that the Skyhammer is being contested, so I can easily decap the middle node. Necro's coming and putting the chill on to make him go slower. My English is fucking retarded. And then I try to get away from the north. The Romans actually put a pretty nice immobilize on me, and the fearing as well. Was pretty close, maybe I would have gotten hit by the Skyhammer, but I got lucky, I guess. Or I'm too good. There's like a situation that I can engage in middle now, because the Revenants and the Revenant and the Thief are both busy, so I can easily go a bit ham here, even with like low HP. And then Thief is coming, I can just go off node, put the Slick Shoes down to prevent any incoming damage. We get the kill on close now. I'm just fighting over mid with DRF now to get the decap. Nice shield knockback to get like one tick off. And yeah, there's like just getting the decap here is pretty much all the DRF wanted, and now he's going too far. That's a pretty good play by him. Once again, I'm just keeping the Firebrand busy so he can't teamfight. I'm tired as fuck. I'm gonna try to pull the ref down here from upper, but the pull didn't work. The ref is gonna spike me here now. and I'm gonna put the slick shoes down instantly. We actually get the kill on the ref here now, and I can try to stomp. I don't know why it didn't knock me off, but I guess it worked the best in that situation. Maybe Failef also blundered, I don't know. Here Failef tries to get the Skyhammer, and that's pretty much more important than getting the cap. I'm calling that the Revenant is being active on the map again now. We got the Skyhammer actually, that's pretty big for far, because Goku can play easily versus the Necro now. I got pretty lucky there by not dying, and Failef got the insane burst in the Thief again. And yeah, that translates into a full cap in mid, I think. Yeah. And then we also get the kill on Naru by using the mortar. You can actually, yeah, just spam mortar from below and basically kill things. Like, you should always be using your mortar actively, because it does insane damage on auto attacks, and the utility on it is like insane with like poison and blind and chill. It's actually pretty big. So we're in a pretty big winning situation right now. I called that the Thief was going far, but Goku couldn't get out earlier. Now I'm gonna try to get some damage in on the Firebrand so he can't rest. And then I'm gonna instantly go to the node again to contest the Thief so he can't decap. We got the kills on close now, that's pretty good. The Thief doesn't know what to do. And yeah, I'm just gonna AFK mid now, because Naru is gonna respawn. I don't have a good matchup into the Necro. It's better for Goku to go there. And yeah, I'm just waiting here, trying to knock Naru off, but he dodged and had Aegis. I gave him a bit too many ticks there on the node, that's pretty dumb from my side. But yeah, it's just a snooze fest dueling fucking Firebrand. I could have pulled the Firebrand down there, but he had Aegis. And Didaf got the kill on the Thief as well, together with Trauma. We could have gotten the kill on Naru here, but we didn't. It's bad, man. Now I'm just gonna replace Trauma and duel the Spellbreaker. I didn't know if I wanted to chase far now, because Skyhammer was also coming up. And yeah, then I went far in the end because we got a kill on Naru, so I didn't need to contest him in mid, so I can just go for the warrior here. It's a pretty boring duel, because like warrior has the upper hand basically. I can just try to get some kills. Here I stun break and dodge. I got the blind field on the node, so he can't do as much in Rampage. It's just need to save the blind field in the warrior duel or Rampage basically. And yeah, but it's not looking good for me. This matchup is pretty much, I don't know, if this Spellbreaker can play, then it's an easy matchup for him, because I have no step. I have 2 stun breaks basically, but my best take is just to basically stalemate him until my team comes to +1. If I would want to win it to warrior, then I would go explosives holo. But yeah, that explaining video or build tutorial for explosives is gonna come later. Here I'm using the Holo Leap to go to the next platform in a bit, I think. Just trying to contest the node here. I could have died there easily, but I don't know what Mark was doing. I guess hyping. and then I can just jump across. It's pretty nice. You gotta train that though. We got a kill, and then Team USA just GG's because we were in a pretty big winning situation. Yeah, that's basically the first game. And I'm gonna show you some more. So the next game was on Capricorn. It's actually a pretty good map for them and a pretty bad map for us. I had some FPS issues there, but I guess it should still be fine. In this case I was going close. My team was just trying to get like anyone who's trying to cross into fight and kill them. They got a really good spike on the warrior, I think. He's also going down. I might be mistaken though, but I don't know. Yeah, he's dropping. In this case, I'm just trying to go there. I'm using my pull slick shoes to secure the kill. And then I was watching out for close because the thief was stealth, but then he got revealed. And then I just went to a fight in the middle to contest Naru. Unfortunately, they already got the cap. My team is trying to push Fano. I was calling that the thief was going too far from behind. You always gotta call out where people are going. I think it's pretty loud right now on the microphone because it's fucking early and people start driving again. I don't know. We're just gonna try to push the Guardian of the North. We got Ninja spamming and the thief coming. We just want to decap, and they can try to do something somewhere else now. I guess towards close. I see that my team lost on farm, and that means I'm not gonna be able to sustain in middle. Warrior is respawning right now, so he can take the duel in mid. I can just go around and force a duel versus the Necro, because he's really good in team fights as well, with the blood res and shit like that. I mean, this duel can go pretty bad, but I've got enough self-sustain and Connie cleanse that I can fight this. And I also see that the Revenant and the Thief are fighting on our close node, or near our close node, so I can easily go like lower here and try to force or show some dominance against the Necro. Imagine dodging fear. Omega do it. And then my Thief is coming, I think, pretty soon. So we could get to decap. Yep, now my Thief is coming. I gotta go a bit defensive here, because I'm low on cooldowns and I run into the fear like a Ripper Pigger. We're 2 guys now versus 3. Tremor gets the kill, but you obviously can't cleave versus that. The bell is also up, so I call for Tremor to take this fight. We can just troll around a bit. And yeah, so we could get the bell, but we don't get it in the end. I'm fighting this 1 versus 2 by the way. I'm just trying to cut around. Now I'm gonna take the duel versus Naru again. It's a bit bad that I'm on his node, but I think it's more value than going somewhere else because the bell is up. The node is pretty fucking small, so I got more issues versus the Firebrand here. And yeah, we also lost the team fight now towards Bell. And I also can't really get to decap versus now. Like, as I said, you just wait until your thief comes and then you get to decap. And yeah, I'm just playing it defensive because the ref was coming. But I think I can hold the decap for a long time until my thief comes again. Here use super speed to interrupt the, I don't know, I guess heal mantra or something. And yeah, it's pretty nice to watch out for the mantra charges or the cast time, so you can interrupt it and maybe get an advantage in the duel. I can't do much here. I'm still fucked in low on cooldowns. I see that the thief and the ref was, I don't know, close again though, so I don't have to worry about going to kite here. And yeah, I got hard fucked in this fucking duel. I guess I'm gonna skip some bits. Alright, I see that my guys are team fighting, and I just want to support them, peel for them a bit so they can get out. Now I've got the Necromancer coming towards far, and the Revenant is choosing to go after the kills. And yeah, I can pretty much really take this matchup and even hold it on node for a pretty long time. Alright, I'm in this duel, and now Naru is coming as well, and Adidas is here. This is a really bad 2 vs 2 for us, but I'm just trying to hold the node to gain some points. Adidas is going in the node now, so I can resustain a bit and go in the node again. I mean, I can go pretty balls deep here, because they don't really have the killing potential on me, you know? I have so much resustain that I can just go to kite them. Even if it's pretty close, I could have played it better and gotten out, you know? But I still managed to keep them here. The reason why I was also focusing on keeping them on a node for a longer time and keeping them busy is because the bell is coming up, and I don't want the Necro and the Firebrand to go to the bell. And Phalef right here is almost getting the bell with the help from the Ranger, but then the Warrior comes as well. We lose the duel on close, and then I'm fucked here. Like, in a perfect situation, the time that I've created that they are not in the team fight, we would have gotten the bell. So that's kind of a play that you can make. Right. In this situation, I see that they're almost capping mid. I mean, it's the only point that they're gonna need to win. I'm gonna try to rest Chara here, but I got no chances. And in the end, they're gonna get the full cap, because my team is still on close. I'm just going to kite them around, like, you don't want to stand on the node, obviously. And just keeping them busy is creating some time for my team to react. And maybe create some value on the map. And yeah, as I said, they don't have the killing potential. I can just really out-sustain them and go to a kiting spot so the thief can't go at me. And yeah, that's pretty much the game right now though. It's like the little things that you create time for your team. That's where you really, yeah, that's how you play Prot Holo, I think. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. There's really nothing more to say about this build. And this was just the anti-power variant. Just remember, keeping the enemies busy, like the important parts of the enemy composition busy, is like pretty much, I'm saying pretty much too often and basically in all the shit. Like keeping the Firebrand busy so they can't help their teammates, so your teammates get an advantage in the team fights, you know? And that's pretty much Prot Holo. And even if they come to outnumber you, you can even hold the node and then still contest the Firebrand again. Alright, in the next build video, I'm gonna explain the anti-condi version of this build. And there's also a lot of variations to this, like Fallon is using Thumper Turret, but I'm gonna show you why Elixir Gun is much better for teamfight situations and for self-sustaining situations versus Condi Ref and Baron Weaver, for example. Like if you're fighting a good fucking Baron Weaver like Kran, you're not gonna be able to cleanse enough with the anti-power build unless you played really safe. But yeah, and this is gonna be in the next video. I don't know when that's gonna be up, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. Full-time YouTuber, by the way. But yeah, thanks for listening to my bullshit. Remember to not always blast your fucking heal turret, pick it up for shorter cooldown duration. It's 4 AM, fuck a day. Yeah. Bye bye boys. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, leave a follow. Support me on Patreon. Get my nudes. Monka T-Wiz.